What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. So, I want to talk about something that has been transpiring between two YouTubers. One YouTuber is located in the United Kingdom and is rumored to be biracial, although some people are saying she may be catfishing and she may be non-black altogether. And so it's between her and another YouTuber who I'm sure you all are very familiar with if you are into colorism conversations, colorism discussions, things like that. She is very much the guru when it comes to colorism conversations on YouTube, and pretty much like the queen of colorism conversations on YouTube. Yep. So apparently, the woman who I'll call JX. So JX had an issue. She was live streaming. She was doing a live stream and she played some of, I'll just say the name, some of Chrissy's content. And, they had a back and forth on YouTube. And I thought, oh, okay, so that's interesting. Really, to be honest, I really don't think JX really deserves all that full free promotion. But, I can understand wanting to make folks, talk about issues and using this as an example to talk about issues that are playing out as we speak, right? And you have like a real life example of it to point to and to elaborate on. But yeah, she should be paying for that promotion though. But JX, she's from the UK, rumored to be biracial, and she talks with a British accent. And that is all fine and well. But I do notice that she is on like some hustling thing, like some hustling stuff here. And she's hustling simp black men into giving her super chat money. And, I guess money is a nice side hustle, you know. I don't think it's her main hustle. I don't think that's how she supports herself. And she probably would not be able to because the super chats aren't really like a lot. But, it's some nice pocket change. You can buy yourself something nice with it. Like a bag of chips, you know, um, a stick of gum, a blow pop. You can buy yourself something nice with that. But yeah, I do notice that, it sounds like she just telling the dudes what they want to hear. I'm not even sure she could and she could not, but sometimes you be wondering if people really be believing what they be saying, or are they just saying it just to get some money or to get something, right? And just in general, you do have to be aware of when being able to spot when people are pandering to you. And I think one big thing would be that, seemingly they never disagree with the people who they're pandering to. Although I can imagine and I can see at one point or another this sort of flipping back on her and her sent mail followers turning on her and even trying to get their money back, their super chats back, right? um, One dude donated $49.99 to the super chat. He didn't know that he was donating that. He thought he was buying a trick me, you know. He thought he was buying himself a trick me, as I'll call it sometimes in this video, aka a pick me. And he was just like, hey, this looked like a good deal. Because he's just seen this chick saying a lot of things that resonates with him. So he was like, hey, let me get that for the 49, the low. But he didn't know that he was making a donation. So unfortunately, you know, they won't be shipping a pick me to him from the UK. Not today. But there were some dudes donating like $5 and $10 in the chat too, and $5 and $10, that adds up. That's something. But, you know, she got to play it up a little bit, though. So she's got to be in the trap room pandering to him and being like, you know, black man, it's your fault. Oh, I'm sorry, got it wrong. Black woman, it's your fault that these black men aren't able to be the men that you want them to be. It's your fault. You chose to be a single mother. You did. You chose that when you hooked up with Pookie and you hooked up with Ray Ray. You did, black woman. It's your fault. Oh, I got a super chat. 1 second. I got a super chat here. This black king right here, this black king, he donated $5 whole. Oh my God. This is what I'm talking about, black king right here. 5 whole American dollars. Oh my God, thank you so much. This is what I'm talking about. Oh my God. Pick-me's get picked. They want to talk about us, but pick-me's get picked. And he said in the super chat that he makes over $160,000 a year. And he donated $5 to me. This is a black king right here, ladies. This is who you should be trying to get with. And, you know, she got to hype it up so, you know, they can continue to donate. So, you know, I can't really knock that. You know, you can't be knocking folks when they donated money, even if it's not like a high amount of money. I mean, that just wouldn't be smart, especially because sometimes some of the dudes can only donate but so much anyway. But something else that kind of popped up was talking about looks and like people not showing themselves. And of course, we all know by now that, you know, Chrissy doesn't show herself. And that is her choice. And she's been able to go a long way in the YouTube game without showing herself. And, you know, more power to her. Kudos. And honestly, you know, if people wasn't so crazy, she probably would have showed herself. But, you know, now folks went crazy and now she ain't going to show herself. So that's black YouTube's fault. Or at least, you know, the toxic black YouTube that attacked her. But I bring that up because folks will bring that up. But this same chick, JX, she doesn't show her face either. We don't know if she is black. We don't know if she's biracial. We don't know if she's white. We don't even know really if she's a man or a woman. You know? It could be a man making doing this whole shindig, you know, just affecting a woman's voice. And there have been some instances of something like that happening where men would pretend to be women in order to get, you know, money and gifts on like some game, maybe like World of Warcraft or something like that. But yeah, something like that. But yeah, we don't know for sure. You know, if folks really want to start being skeptical about who we're listening to, you know, we don't know. I mean, for all you know, it could be me. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Oh my God. Well, she's not really that emotive, so it's like, oh my God. Oh, $10 in the super chat. Thank you. Oh, you know, I'll just to say a little bit about myself. You know, I'm biracial. I'm light skinned. I have curly long hair and I have a big booty. And I love black kings. Yes, I do. Keep donating to that super chat. I have a confession. It's me. I'm doing this as a side hustle because this channel just hasn't, been as lucrative. But, this hustling simps out of money pretending to be JX. Now that's giving a couple of bucks here. Of course, I'm joking. But again, you know, we really don't know who we are listening to. You don't know that for sure. That's the thing, man. Oh my god. And, you know, I say 99.9% of these dudes on the channel are just going on the channel for some female validation and someone to validate their complaints. You know, and a couple of them may throw a little change here, a little change there. But yeah, they simping out too. You know, they just looking for some validation, looking for some attention. They may be suffering from some form of low self esteem themselves, because they're quick to point out, oh, folks, the black women who follow Chrissy have low self esteem. I'm not sure really where that came from. But I do notice when it comes to like the colorism conversations, the favorite conversation to throw out is like, oh, colorism is a dark skinned woman's argument. Very much a go to, right? You know, Even though very attractive women have filed colorism complaints, and also colorism is more than about who dates who marries who has kids with who, etc. It's more to it than that. That is an aspect of it, but it's more to it than that. And folks do like to be real simple when it comes to stuff like that. Like, oh, you just mad because you can't get a man. Oh, well, if you got a better attitude, you will be able to get a man. It's not cause you dark skinned, it's cause you got a bad attitude and wear too much weed. I mean, it's unbelievable. And then some moments later, they'll say like some colorist slur too, you know. But on the other, not the flip side, but sometimes it's just like, well, why would you really care about unattractive or women that you deem unattractive complaining? It's just like, whatever. Especially if you really do have all these options and you make so much money, you know, why would you even acknowledge that? You know, Seemingly, unless you're just really looking for something to complain about. But if you're really happy, usually happy, well adjusted folks usually don't look for problems, usually don't have like some sort of an anger issue. Typically, they're just happy living their life. Who hurt you? You know, and I think some of these dudes may be having like mom issues or mommy issues. And the thing is, just because your mom was no good to you and didn't raise you, and your father was absentee or whatever, you don't put that on all black women. You just put that on your mother. You Another comment that really stood out to me was a guy posted something to the effect of "pick me's get picked," and she read the post. Excuse me. She read the post and she agreed with it. And the thing is, it's like I think you like I think there are certain women who are looking for certain things. So just getting picked isn't enough for them. I think that they're looking to be picked by high quality, high value men, not just anybody, not just any crumb bum, you know, any random. It's and that's the thing too in this whole conversation. It's like the pick me's will accept a lot more than the women who aren't the pick me's. The trick me's will be very, they'll accept a lot that the non-trick me women won't accept. So, but even still, even with that, some of the trick me women end up still having, either not getting picked or ending up like a single mom, unmarried. Dude ain't paying child support. Dude probably don't make enough money to pay child support. Some of them end up still single. So even if you go down the pick me route, you'll get picked, but it'll be a low quality person picking you, or either you probably won't get picked at all. And it's because of the standards that's being set. The standards are really low. So when you have low standards, you're probably more likely to get more options, because anything can be an option. You know, when your standards are higher, your options tend to dwindle down, tend to decrease. It's kind of like, for example, if you're unemployed and you're looking for employment, right? You're open to a lot because you don't have a job, at least seemingly. Versus when you have a job, but you're looking for another job, you tend to be a bit more selective when you have a job, because you're wanting something that's a step up from what you have. Um, and when you don't have a job, it's just a step up just to get any job. And that's sort of like the analogy, that's at play here, or the concept that's at play here. Also, I just thought of something. Like, how do we know if this woman is even with a black man, too? Since folks like to throw that out there. We don't even know if she's, with a black man, you know? And folks can say the same thing about really anybody, since we can only go by what folks tell us, since we don't really have access to people's lives. But, she's in the United Kingdom. Swirling is pretty popular there. But then again, colorism probably is too. So she probably did end up with either single or ended up with a black man. Probably, because we know how it is, when it comes to colorism. The black men hype her up, you know. So because of that, she'll just end up gravitating towards the folks who hype her up and, make her feel like, she is of value, and make her feel appreciated. And I think ultimately that's probably what you should do. Uh, But a lot of times that hype, it comes from a place of being color struck. So it doesn't really come from like a good, healthy place. Low key, it may come from, even, I can argue, like a place of like self-loathing, and having some sort of contempt for themselves and people who are reflective of themselves, because they have issues with their own skin tone. And really, that's really taking advantage of somebody. Um, but, you know, folks don't really want to have a conversation like that, because it's just too triggering. I don't think the black community at large is really ready to have a conversation like that. Yeah. But, it is a bit interesting, to hear someone complaining about folks being focused on money, but then, got the super chat going for donations. Like, you know, you know, oh, those women over there, oh my God, they are so money hungry. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Oh, I just got another super chat, y'all. Oh my god. This Black King just donated $10 to me. Oh, wow. USA, USA. Black King, please come and stay. Oh. Your super chats make me say, oh. This is 1,000 American pennies. Aye. But I just wanted to come through right quick and just talk about a little bit of stuff and have a little bit of fun, have a little bit of laughs too. But this does show you that, if you tell people what they want to hear, you can get some money out if you set yourself up right. But the thing is, though, honestly, to be real, she'll probably get more money from black women than black men. So you may see her trying to switch it up once she realized that the dudes probably ain't gonna be donating but so much money, and that the women tend to donate more money. You know, and some people are gonna be like, well, black men got more money than black women, and that could be true, based on the stats at least. It probably is true, but who's donating more is the more important question here. Not who has more, but who is donating. Yeah, you getting it, but is you spending it? That's the real question. And if you ain't spending it, then what good is gonna do her or him or whoever? You know? Um, So I guess she may end up switching up the game a little bit and maybe retooling some things a little bit, and probably it may end up being that the dudes may end up turning on her because she said something that they didn't like. And sometimes it don't even take that much. And that's because this is just the caliber of men that she's dealing with. She thinks that she's really dealing with the upper echelons of society, but it's quite the opposite. I don't really think the upper echelons of society would be in your chat room. You know, no shade. You know, so she may end up in switching it up at one point or another, and switching her message up to appeal to black women, and then like, oh, I used to be a pick me, but I seen the light. I have been delivered. Black woman, I am here for you. I am your light skinned ally. I'm your biracial sister. Super chats, please. Super chats. So you may end up seeing something like that too. But I think that this may end up, if she doesn't end up, she'll get some free promo from this situation. But if she doesn't have quality content to back it up, then it'll just be like a flavor of the moment thing. You know, she won't really be able to pop off her channel like that. If she doesn't have anything to back it up with. But she may come through with some high quality trick me content that appeals to a certain segment of black men in particular. You know, who knows? The sky's the limit for a pick me, panderer, trick me. But that's all for now, you guys. Thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you so much. Please comment and let me know what you think in the comment section about all this right here. Until the next video, adios and goodbye for now.